I just finished reading Before I Go to Sleep by S.J. Watson. I'm giving this book 4 out of 5 stars. It was really good. Before I Go to Sleep is about a lady who has brain damage. She got into some kind of accident, and anytime she goes into a deep sleep, when she wakes up, her memory resets to sometime before the accident. Sometimes she wakes up thinking she's still a kid, sometimes she thinks she's in college or in high school, and she doesn't remember anything about anything. And there's pictures all over her house of her and her husband, and he has to retell her every single day, I'm your husband and you're in an accident, but I love you. But she finds out that she has been seeing this doctor secretly without her husband knowing, and he's trying to help her, and she's writing a journal. So he calls her every morning to tell her to read the journal, and then it tells her what happened the day before, and the day before that, and the day before that, so she actually knows what's going on. And it's just filled with questions and intrigue and oh my gods! So most of the story is actually her journal entries. So the stuff that I didn't like about it was the fact that it was actually really repetitive. It had a lot of, I woke up this morning and I didn't know who I was and Ben told me, and then a lot of, you're lying, and why did you tell me this, and we've had this conversation before, and oh my gosh, I'm writing in my journal. So there was a lot of the same stuff happening over and over again, which obviously would happen when you don't remember things. You're gonna come up with the same questions every time and have the same conversations. That was actually the only part that I didn't like about how repetitive it was. But it's not a super fast-moving, action-packed book, but it's intriguing. I wanted to keep reading not because it was like intense, but because I needed to know what the lies were and what the truth was. Like, this is what the girl thinks she remembers, and this is what her husband's telling her, and oh my god, what's the truth, what's not, tell me! The last 80 pages or so were pretty intense, and I was just like, oh my god, and I was gripped to it, and I was like, and oh my god, and I knew it! So the last 80 pages were pretty intense. Up until then, it's not intense, but it's still really good, and definitely keeping you, like, thinking and questioning and wondering what's going on and who to trust and who not to trust. So it was a really good story. I recommend that you read it. This was a really good book. Again, 4 out of 5 stars. I recommend that you go read it, and I read it because my friend Lindsay recommended it to me, so thank you, Lindsay, for making me read this really good book. It was pretty awesome.